Hey everybody. I'm here to make a mess. Also cut up some papers and play a little bit. So nothing big and exciting. I made a bunch of Christmas cards last night. I needed a break from that not emotional. I did a lot. I made a lot. I'm trying to make the ones for the nursing home. And so I try to mass make, and then I sat in this chair a little too long. But today, I want to talk about the December daily thing. Excuse me, I'm taking that off there. So I've made several little books. I have other books, and I could use my Flippy Flappy. I could use this guy, this trifold, as my December daily. But I'm not going to. I'm going to do December daily in my regular planner because I know that Christmas gets insane for me. And I know that my ADHD will mean I want to do it perfect and I want to do every single day. And then when I don't, I'm going to be mad at me. Nobody else, because nobody else is here supposed to be doing it. So this is my planner, which I basically just throw together. Lily has a doctor's appointment on the 5th, by the way. And so I have done where I put calendar pages, like a calendar page in to keep track. I did for December. I didn't like any of the calendars I printed out, so I just threw some pictures on here and cut out of scrapbook paper. And then I just wrote the days down because this is just like month at a glance. And then each week, basically, I will make a new. And so that's why, even though I didn't have December in here yet, I went ahead and threw this in where I know Friday is supposed to go. So I'll real quick divide my page up the way I do. There are, again, no rules. This makes it for me so I can kind of plan ahead, because planning is not my best trait. And I'm trying to find, I kind of want a red marker, but they're too far away. So I'm just here, we'll do gold. So I don't know, everybody on the planet could also be online right now. I just knew that I finally got, I watched the Dephemerember video. I did a 12 days of Christmas kit with somebody, like they did a kit and I signed up for it. So, and note to self, turn the phone off. Obviously I should have made that line a little lower, but the weekend will just be bigger. So this is how I divide it up. This makes me have 8 days. So I have 7 days plus a notes section. And again, you don't have to do this. You could literally do a page for every day when you do your stuff. But I have it set up so that then, like by January, this will be a 2026. I can make notes here and then move it. And then with having ADHD, that means if I don't get something done, say last week, they're here. And I can rip it off here and move it to the next page. And I haven't failed. I just transferred. So today is Monday the 1st. I have stamps that I can stamp this. And then again, that's one of those perfectionism things. I would spend all day messing with it. So I am just going to do Monday the 1st, Tuesday the 2nd, Wednesday the 3rd, Thursday the 4th, Friday 5th, 6th, 7th, and then I put notes. And what I generally do is I take a scrap of paper or something, especially if you can find one-sided paper, it's best, because then it's pretty to look at, but when you flip it over to you have place to write. And what I like about that is it can be in here. If I wanted to put notes, like what I wanted to talk to Lily's doctor about, it could be here. Hi, Zippy. Are you freezing? You can't sashay very well when you're frozen. Hi, Tina. So this is what I do. There's no sweat. What I plan to do as far as December daily goes is I'm just going to write stuff in here. And so not only write stuff, but like, let's say today I work on my flippy flappy and this is the paper from my flippy flappy. I'm just going to do this. And then when the day is done, if you want to decorate, you can cover up everything except for like job. Like if you put over here, like job well done, whatever you feel like. But by the time it's done, it can look like nothing. Like this week, I mean, I did stuff that week. I just didn't write it all down. But, you know, I made notes and kept track and tried, like, we worked on drywall that week. So, oh, hold on. Those are addresses. So, like this week, I had to send cards for some of you guys. And so I put the addresses here so that no matter where I was, when I remembered that I needed to address cards, I would do it. See Zippy right there. So that's the only reason you got a card is because I put it in here because I'm a slacker. So I'm basically going to use the scraps. And like I did this. I added this because this was a week I had a lot of crap going on. So I just flipped this in the middle. And then, like I said, if there's anything in here that I didn't get done, which I think I did, then I can take this card out because it's just held on by tape and move it, or I can rewrite it and make myself no, see, Tina, this is literally crisis. This is what I do, because if not, I would not have, see, like last week, I didn't write anything down. It was Thanksgiving. My brain imploded. I went to work. I groomed dogs. I survived. Nobody was stabbed. It was a good day. So anyway, December. So this is what I'm doing for a December daily, because like I said, we could get crazy and I could turn this into a December daily and I could hold myself to a bunch of prompts, and I'm not going to do it. I know me. So I'm trying to wait for more people to get here before I start hauling, because then as soon as I don't, then people will be like, where did you get that? So I am going to add just a few little things to this. And then the nice thing about this is when it's done, it's not just your, actually, I got these out to do this. I got these from my porch prints, and I may end up printing them two to a page so I can use these guys, but this is only one of the 3 pages that came with this kit. So, okay, for this week, bunny, owl, duckling, snowy scene. That one gets no votes for me because it's all about the animals for me. Or the little squirrel in a dress. No, I did not see the email. Hold on. I was off at the post office, and then I got a call from some stupid crap. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm looking in the wrong email box. I'm looking in my personal. Oh, Hither and Yon has a new. Is that their new? Oh. Okay, I know those are meant to be scarves hanging up, but as somebody who used to spin my own yarn, is that a ferret? Is there a ferret? So is this one of DJ's freebies, or is this a kit that, because her freebies are freaking amazing. Anyway, there should be two kits or 2 ferrets. Oh no. 60% off. Okay. Day 1. Oh, okay. Awesome. 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 Anyway, did we pick? So, okay, let me narrow it down. I kind of love the squirrel and I kind of love the duck. And I lied. I love the bunny. And okay, I love them all. Somebody else has to pick. Or are we rolling a dice? The duck. Zippy. Are you voting or are you just letting her choose? The duck is pretty freaking cute. And he has a to-do list. How rude. Okay. Oh, I'm so annoyed. I ordered 2 new paper trimmers because they were on sale. And they haven't shipped them yet because they had a big sale. And so, you know, obviously they have other people to deal with, but I thought I was the only one. I will use all of them eventually, and it's made to make, like, you can put them back to back, and it's literally its own planner. So, like, you glue these back to back like this and make pages. And I just put this blade on, but then I cut a bunch of glitter paper. I need to remember when I'm about to cut stuff like glitter paper. I think once I get my other trimmer, I'm going to put a note on this one that this is for like heavy stuff and glitter paper. And then that way it doesn't do this to my stuff. So I basically can use this right here and then... So this allows us, if you're into planning or if you're whatever, or not into planning, but you find it necessary. I don't know that I'm into it, but I need it. Right? Don't they know who I am? It was also the holiday, so, you know, stupid. So I can put that right there, and then I can make a note to download DJ's freebie. That is from Heather and Jan, right? Or was that from somebody else? Huh? And Dephemerember. So, oh, and Lily's doctor's appointment is on there. I'm going to try to get my sister to go with me because just around the corner from where Lily's doctor is, which is, it's about 45 minutes to an hour from us, depending on traffic, is Maggiano's. And once in a great while, we really need, they have a whipped ricotta with truffle honey. Okay, so it's 2 different ones. Awesome, awesome. Okay. So in order to use this someplace, I will have to either make her a flippy, him, her, it. I could have just folded. If I'd have been smart, next time I'll fold it in half and put it in the middle like this. So he can just be plain on, she can be plain on the back. I don't care. I'm trying to let go of perfectionism, people. See if I have anything that's pale that I can cover the back with. If not, just lined paper. Oh, wait. I have so much crap in here. There's some paper I dyed. This is for my Grinch journal. Boy, it looks blue on camera. So I was hoping Cindy would come by because she was on earlier and I told her that I got stuff at the Goodwill and she loves the Goodwill. She's probably having a life and crap. How dare she? How dare everybody? Don't they know? Actually, oh my gosh, it is 4 o'clock. I didn't even know what time it was. I have been, you know, I ran and then I watched the one video. I actually sat down and cut paper while I watched the one video. And then I watched the Dephemerember video while my living room has craft overflow in it. And I was trying to, instead of just shuffling things from one space to another, I was trying to actually move them to where they belong. 300 pairs of scissors. One of them has to be within reach, right? So then, like, when I was done with this week, if I wanted, I could just glue him down. But for now, he's in here, but I can still use my week. And I can say that I did something for my December daily. And if I wanted to, like, make a note, Monday, mailed crap. And yes, I write like that to myself. Tina was mean to me as usual. I'm just kidding, by the way. Oh, freaking frack. Snowing again. So, screw that. And I can journal on this. I'm going to go ahead and throw this on. Do not cut your own fingers off, Cheryl. At least not on video. Although, I bet I could get more views. So, crazy. Did you see my video I posted, the short I posted of Ember who didn't want to come up for dinner because her brother was being a jerk? It's got like 1,500 views or something crazy. I'm going to like craft in the pasture with my horse in the background, I think. Not in this shite weather, though. Okay, this is the game where I play. I own Scotch tape, but where did I put it? Oh my gosh, it's within reach. Can you believe such a thing has ever happened? And I could do pretty washi, but if you know anything about washi, you know it does not stay put. So I could do this and glue washi down, but we're being lazy, remember? I mean, efficient. Exactly, YouTube. At least you got it. So the idea is we're not holding ourselves to some ridiculous standard. None of us, okay, most of us have other things going on that mean we cannot just be in our craft rooms doing December dailies and writing down our, our dreams and aspirations for the universe. Come off of there. So I am allowing myself to use just my planner here and write some notes. And if I want to add pictures or something, I probably won't, just so you know. Like, I'm not much of a scrapbooker. But I can add some goodies in here, make notes, and do my planner all at the same time. And so another thing that stupid, but I like to do when I'm using stuff like this is grab your scraps off your desk that you've been using for the week and throw them in someplace, because we just leave them sitting here and then we have a pile of scraps. And this way, yeah, see, you don't have to, but there aren't rules, YouTube. It's not cool. No rules. Like, what is it? Was it Outback Steakhouse that it was no rules, just right? Should I put that page tab on, or did I already lose it? Because that's how I roll. We could take our stamps and stamp this. Who else has 20 pairs of scissors but has like one favorite pair, and they're not in here right now, so I'm using these pretty ones that aren't so great. They were cheap though, so they were just attractive, so I bought them, and that's of course dumb. Hi, Ellen. I've been waiting for a few more people to roll in so I could do my share. And then I'm not sure what I'm doing today about Dephemerember, because she did say we can do, I liked it, same kind of idea that we don't just do part of the prompt if you can't do all of it, because we all got crap going on, man. Like, everybody's got trauma at the holidays, whether it's current or past, like loved ones we've lost. And so expecting ourselves, and I mean, journaling and and doing all that can help us, but not if it's another thing we feel like we failed. And I don't need that bullshit to my life. If I want, my parents are gone, and my dad was the one that would have, like, he never told me I failed, but I always felt like it was never quite enough. And he's not here anymore, so no one can tell me when it's not enough. Only I am in control of me now. So, okay, so I guess it's fine because you can read it once you open the page, but it's weird that you can't read but it's a picture of a sleigh, so we're good. So whenever you put your page tabs on, this is going to sound stupid, be sure to put glue up in the top part because that's where they touch each other and it makes it more sturdy. Yeah, so basically I'm not even following any prompts. I guess today's prompt was light, or so. I don't even know whose prompts people are following. Or are you talking about Dephemerember? See, that's the thing, is there's too much going on. This is where if I was a perfectionist or if I was making this for somebody else, I would ink those edges, but right? Oh my gosh. I know. I was like looking and I'm like, well, that sounds like fun. And that sounds like fun. And I'm just like, no, it would not be fun if I'm trying to do it all and I lose my mind. Okay, let's pretend I had a mind in the first place. Okay, I will go ahead and ink this because it's my vintage photo little thingy. And it has enough ink on it for this purpose. Right now I'm going to want to do that. Okay, so not perfect, but now we know what page we're on. And I could, make a tab that said this week. I just put it on there because it was part of the printable. But I could make more notes. I can add pictures. I can add stuff I'm working on. I need to put notes in here about, I think I did the math and I'm down to like 40 more cards I have to do. There is no such thing. I don't have to do any of these things. I'm choosing to make cards for the nursing home, and therefore I have to have that many. I should make this many. So there's our ducky. I feel like I think I'm going to print this kit like at 1/4 of the size. So I have some of these little guys in like teeny tiny. Although I might have paid for the ephemera that goes with, I don't know. I bought a bunch of stuff on her sale. But it'd be cute to have a little tiny ducky back here. And I guess since it's snowing today, we could throw this on today's. But, as you go through the days, especially if it's a day that pissed you off, pardon my language, cover it up with some, just take this page and make that your December daily, like this little square, and cover it with collage and make it pretty. And because when I look back at this, I no longer, whereas if I had a regular planner, I'd be like, look at all the stuff I didn't cross off. Some of it I did, I just didn't cross it off. But now it's something pretty to look at too, and I could cover it more. I could literally cover this whole page up. And you see, I started too with some. And then this is, I put some journaling, like a note that I wanted, but I was sort of more private, and I just put it in there, and I may even cover it over. I needed to write it. I needed to say the thing out loud. So, and it's just there's more notes that I didn't read. This is just a composition notebook that I altered. And these, for my regular days, oh, looks like some of them fell out. No, they're just tucked in. These are, oh my God, what were those things called? Project Life cards. So I just made this out of a book page, and this is supposed to have tiny Project Life cards. They obviously are in my bag because they fell out. So I'll make a little for over the top of them. A circle that has, I don't know how to describe. I'll make it one day. But I pull these out on normal days when it's not like a holiday and I'm trying to make it match. But oh, there's some of the small ones. They're supposed to go in here. So anyway, that's that. All right. See, ADHD. So I think if I did this over, because the kind of journal, this composition notebook had kind of a plasticky cover. I guess they all have a little bit of that. I think if I did it again, I would sand it a tiny bit before I added the stuff. So they're going to take, I mean, this one rides to work in my bag, and that means it's, yeah, when I get around to it. Did you guys have any of those little wood to-its around to it? Because it was funny. Looked like a coin. Said, for when I get around to it. Okay. A big bag of crap I got. Where did I put it? Oh, it's 2 bags. Mercy. Oh, I just walked where I went. It was towards the kitchen, and I had ribs in the oven. Cooking. And I used a cherry. I don't remember the name of it was a rub I bought. Cherry chipotle or something. Black cherry chipotle. I never make anything the same way twice. So let's just start with okay, we'll start with these because they're the most simple, and I couldn't believe they were 99 cents. These are 2 packs of little crisp, like winter journals. So I have to get the stickers off. They were 99 cents for both. So I could give them as they are, or put stuff. So one's lined, one is not lined. So 50 cents each. And I could make those the same way. This one's still got the ribbon and stuff on it. I may just give that one the way it is to somebody who does editing and edit these myself. And I can basically use this front, put a topper on it, and then decorate the inside to match the theme. Yeah, I remember the place I most often saw that round to it thing. This is going to sound ridiculous, was that it ended up in somebody's pocket, and then it was on top of our dryer for a few years. Right? So I kind of thought I could try to make one of these and use it as a giveaway. I'm not sure what just happened, but the dogs are losing their minds. If it's not anything real, they'll stop in a second. I'm sorry. Because, one of them sees a squirrel, and then everybody else loses their minds. Remind me again why we have dogs. The puppy is starting it, by the way. I got this. I don't know why this was ever their motto. That's some dumb shit right there. Pardon my language, but dumb. So this is a Biggs die. It was $4.99, which is more than I would normally pay for an older die. But it's like a pocket with a tag. And I thought I could try to use it for some Christmas stuff. Like, I'm pretty sure this would be the right size for a gift card. So they are very elegant for $1, aren't they? I mean, I literally could take the Goodwill sticker off of them and give them as gifts like that. I got these. I debated because they're old wood stamps, but like, I like these old circle things, and it's like birthday wishes, rubber stamped 365 days. Thank you. Congratulations. Sending you my love, dear friend. Happy birthday. And these all are, I'm assuming, exactly the same size, which I'm guessing an inch. Oh, I hate this ruler. And the reason it's available is that all the good ones are somewhere under the crap on my desk. So yeah, they're 1 inches. So you could stamp these onto circles you've already punched, or stamp a crap ton of these and punch them out for quick cards. And I have a collection of wood stamps that I just keep handy, not, big ones generally, like stuff like this. So then that meant I got these, and I got these primarily because this little birdie has music notes, and Gentle Thoughts of You. I probably will rehome that one. And then this one, it just had like all of the little background detail. Yeah, that's why we love them, but they also bark constantly. And then I got these. These actually are like appointment, birthday, shop for so-and-so. This one freaking says, let it snow. To you and yours, let it be snow, be merry, blah, blah, blah. Happy New Year. Bill do. Ho cubed. Ho, ho, ho. That's kind of funny. So, and then just a simple Merry Christmas. And Welcome Christmas into Your Heart, a snow globe, which I got this one just for the horse. So, not that I don't have other sleigh ride, but this is small enough, like I could literally make an ATC with that size. They had stopped for a second, and then as soon as going again, and then I was stupidly excited to find this, and it's worth almost what I paid for the whole thing. These are the ones that go with their whale tail punch, which I'm trying to, mine's here, but I don't know where. So you can literally punch it, stamp these, and then these are on your whale tail tabs. I have not used them, and these are old enough I could not find. I couldn't find any videos or pictures of these stamps in use. Yeah. So, but they were never used. This one's a solid, so like you could do a solid. I don't think that one's one I will use because I'm just going to use. I mostly use my punch on normal stuff. But I did see when I was looking for these, they're for sale on eBay for like $30 for this set. And somebody had used the punch and made the like drawn on it or used and made little tiny purses like a card with 3 of those. I don't know. I'll have to find it. And so those are those. Pull these out. It's attacking me. Oh. I got a lock for the lockers at the gym because it was $1. Yes, I just threw those. There, it was only not very far. Hi, Debbie. I have some stuff together for you, by the way. So I bought this magazine. Harvest some pretty pictures, basically. And it does have patterns to make some of the stuff in there. It's not going to happen. There is a stocking, crocheted stocking. That is hideous. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude, but it looks awkward. Okay, hideous might not be the word, but I don't love that. How's that? Is that better? So the odds of me making these things are slim, but definitely can use this for collage. All right, here goes. Rudolph. Yeah, I got all these little golden books. I lost my mind. The Little Christmas Elf, Nutcracker, Annabelle's Wish, Precious Moments. My ex-sister-in-law, who I still claim, is a big Precious Moments person. So I may make this. I might do an easy, make it with the cinch binding and do a kind of a simple one because I don't know how much she would appreciate all the chaos we put into a normal junk journal. I don't know what the Christmas tree that grew the night before Christmas. This is the Nutcracker. This is not a little golden book. I grabbed it because it was cute. Anyway, I have this. Pam made one of these, and I have the one she made me there. I think there's 2 or 3 of these Christmas stories. I'm going to send one to Cindy, that she's a Sunday school teacher. The Biggest, Most Beautiful Christmas Tree. And look, it's got little aminals. So I definitely love the kind of paper that's going to have to go like in this. So use up some of my little animal papers. All right, another bag. Hold on. There went my spine. I'm leaving the best for last, so. A newer Rudolph, Mickey's Christmas Carol, Santa's Toy Shop. I like to look to see. This one's an older one. Oh, this one was printed in 1980, so it just looks old. Another Santa's Toy Shop. Maybe this is the older version. $19.50. It does not have an A or whatever, so it's not the first printing. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer Shines Again. I've never read this book, and it's, you know, it's like a second what happened after story, I guess. Here's another copy of that one. The 12 Days of Christmas, and it's funny because I literally have a 12 Days of Christmas paper. And this is what I do if I think of it. Right here. Because then later when I pull this out, I will not be like, oh my gosh, where did I put that 12 Days of Christmas paper? I know it's, oh, shut up. And I don't mean that to be mean, but come on. I don't want to think about the fact that that's the year I graduated kindergarten. The Christmas bunny. That's what I look like at Christmas. And then this is like a Christmas favorites. It's had some assault on it, but that's the good thing about us doing junk journalism. I don't cover that anyway. So this is sort of a all of the stories kind of thing. It used to belong to Alyssa. And it doesn't have a golden spine I have to worry about saving. So this is something I could easily ring bind and, you know, make a less, again, not holding ourselves to a ridiculous. And then the Nutcracker. So I made those little, and then another version. This one's the Chick-fil-A version of the Nutcracker. So I will take my heat gun and take all of these off as neatly as possible, even though, I mean, it's not the end of the world if they have some sticky on them. But so how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 20 little golden books plus that little golden book favorites plus the one that's not a little golden book. Okay. I'm going to need another bookshelf. That wasn't as dramatic as it sounded either. Thanks, Debbie. Wait till you see this. So, hi, Di. So who doesn't know what ideals are? Let me see. Volume 14, number 5, October 1957. Juju. Okay, Juju. So I feel really bad because I don't know when I got your mail because my husband brought it in and put it with the bills. So I got your stickers. I freaking love it. All of the Stitch stickers. So thank you. And I apologize that I was cussing the United States Postal Service. So these Ideals magazines, right? I know. Are all like plain paper. They're not shiny, so they're great for collage. And I mean, the covers are shiny, but who wants to guess what I paid for each of these? And then curse me. Too high, Ellen. Yes. Good call, Juju. Which actually, further south, that's probably more common to find stuff for $1. But ours, no, we don't get anything cheap. A new corporation owns, like, controls the ones up here, and they're ridiculous. But yeah, I paid $1 each for these books. Look at this. Dasher, Dancer. Oh my God. They have Vixen and Prancer in the wrong order. And I mean, I know that they don't have to stand in line, but I think they're nuthatches. And I'm just flipping through for everybody. Yeah. I was really surprised. They had them in with the magazine. Somebody didn't know. Somebody priced them like just regular magazines, had no clue what they were, which worked out for me. The hard part with these is, for me, we'll be cutting them up. This looks like any old place where I live, with the silo and the old barn. Oh, that's crazy. I'm coming to your house. I'm not really just going to show up at your house, by the way. You're in Mississippi. You're like here. Everybody's got a gun. Oh my gosh. Somebody breathed again downstairs. Huh? That's what Ellen was very worried for me the other day because, the police came by and said somebody had been in the woods behind us. And I was like, we don't worry too much around here. This is not the kind of place where you walk in and see if maybe we don't know how to shoot. Because I was taught to hunt with my brother. I didn't want to go hunting, but I was still taken out and taught to shoot. It is, right? But that's the problem is I want to be able to cut it up and use it in journals, but at the same time, it's going to break my heart a little bit to cut it. Yeah, even the newer ones are kind of expensive if you find them someplace. So, 1957. This one looks like it's newer than that. Oh, great. Who's got their phone out and can tell me what year that is? So, XXXI. No, not a new message. Missed one. Oh my God. I'm going to murder the dogs. Nobody panic. I'm not actually going to murder the dogs. 1981. Yeah, I debate on that, Debbie, because technically, like it's a copyrighted item and doing that makes me feel guilty. If it's for my personal use, I don't mind. But if I were to like make it and then sell it, technically it's. I try to think that way because, I make some digitals, and even I haven't made a lot, but I've made some, and I'd like people to respect, instead of sharing all my stuff, like send them, let them, even if they're a freebie, make them still come into my site to get them. So, and this was all before AI. These people did this art themselves. It's Othello that's starting it all. He is 11 months old. Actually, today is his 11-month birthday. I guess that's his problem. He's being ignored on his birthday. But in my defense, I let him out earlier, and he was hassling his brother and had to go back to his kennel because he was Dinglemeyer and son. I mean, I know that's not supposed to be funny, but I find it funny. Di, how'd your sale go? Aw, somebody feed this puppy dog. It's hungry. I know when last I heard it had not gone well, but I didn't know if like it picked up at the end. That high-pitched one, that is a Sunda. You should have stayed home. I wish we were closer. I'd buy. Some of your cards were just hilarious and cracking me right up. Yeah, that definitely in the 80s. Oh, for that table setting. Sometimes things take me back and remind me that it wasn't as great as we thought. Sorry. This is 82. I figured it out. Has the end of that. I can figure it out now. Oh, that's pretty. The Christmas lid. So my husband should be back shortly with the kids, and the dogs will be happier. But I guarantee that they still haven't adjusted to time change, and so they hear me up here and think that means that the kids are home. Because Mondays I don't work, so I don't go into town. I stay here. Well, I did mail stuff, but I didn't go. The kids go to a different town than we live in, to a school closer to my work. Oh, I'm not going to clutch it. I want to cut them, but then at the same time, just sitting here looking through it makes me happy. So I know once I cut it, that moment is over. But also, if I cut it and add it to a journal, then it lives on. These lots and lots of these ended up in dumps. So it's only like a moment of, oh man, I kind of want these. I find that annoying. This I would like to color with colored pencils. Why would I hate you? No, I probably need you to come to my house and cut stuff up, so once it's cut, I'm okay with it, because that's the biggest problem. You didn't come in time to see the 21 little golden books I got. Kitty cat. Once I cut the first page, it's easier for me. It's the initial, because they're only collectibles if you like them, and then when I'm gone, will my kids want them? Also, my daughter could easily be, oh, this is cool, could easily be a hoarder. And I don't want her to have all this stuff when I'm gone. Like, I don't want her to have to go through it. So I'd rather make journals with it and find homes for the journals, or even if the journals go away. You don't like them, or you just don't understand why people liked. I'm confused, because do you like them and want to cut them up, or do you just think they're stupid so you cut them up and destroy them on for fun? I just like that it's matte paper and there's pretty stuff in it. Some of it is not necessarily, but I figure there's probably 20 or 30 things in here that I would pay for if it was a printable. So, and heck, just this is, my dogs make me want to drink sometimes. Actually, mostly it's just Asunda. She was part of a 1955. She was part of a litter. She was the mother of a litter that we raised. And then she's such a moron. No one was ever going to adopt her. So I kept her. And sometimes I think I should have made the rescue take her back. Oh, well, if people want to be serious about them. I feel bad for her at the same time, Juju, but she's 5 now, and she is half Chihuahua and half Pit Bull. So she behaves like a Chihuahua, but she's big, and like, I can't take her anywhere because she has stranger danger. She barks and runs backwards and tries to bite the vet, and she's all of the things that I do not like little dogs for. I love other people's little dogs, and I have met little dogs who are big dog personalities, but I'm a big dog person for a reason. Yeah, see, this older one is so much nicer than the newer ones. I feel like I'm glad it was warm in Bethlehem, because this guy's nip is hanging out in this picture. I mean, I'm aware he's not the real guy that was there and it was just a painting, but still. Right. I want it both. I want my cake and eat it too. If they hadn't been practiced too much, they had some placemats that were, who's the Life is a Bowl of Cherries lady? Life is a chair of bowlies. Anyway, some of her placemats, and one of them said, have your cake and eat it too. It was like a placemat for a birthday, but it would have been cute to cut up for journals, but $. And I'm like, no, thank you. Weird, trash trucks there, and looks like my son didn't take the trash out. No, not Irma Bombeck. Close. Hi, Sarcy. Mary Engelbright. Sorry, I had to let my brain. I love this. Yeah, this could be, look, journal card, journal spread. Christmas traditions from all over the world. Sheepses. Is this supposed to be his pet dog? Because it kind of looks like he's just got a wolf here with the... Not cool, man. Not cool. Thanks, Tina. Do you need any they didn't have the saggy baggy elephant. Those were literally all Christmas ones I found, but I think I have an extra of the saggy baggy elephant. I think that's what you said you needed one of. Okay. This will be my first thing I probably cut out. The Night Before Christmas. That looks very Disney. Christmas Carol. Tell me if you see something I need to stop on, because I'm trying not to bore you guys to tears. He's a puppy. This puppy probably would be quieter than a soon. No, it's a beagle. It would totally be that much. That's hilarious. Yeah, so she The reason I say that is Mary Engelbright had an illustration that was a chair covered with bowls of cherries. And so her saying was life is a chair of bowlies. And so that's, my brain had to work backwards to find it. Are they riding snails? What in the flying frick? Okay, it's cute, but it took me by surprise because I'm going to need to color their shells a slightly different color than the front end, because am I the only one whose 12-year-old boy mind sees inappropriate things? Tell me it's not just me. My, what a lovely sack you wrote in on, sir. Oh. Look at. Although I would probably guess that this was during the height of the everybody bought a Cocker Spaniel and all the groomers of that era cussed. Boy, we had some creepy dolls, didn't we? Love these. These illustrations make me want to sketch. Mickey. Is that supposed to be Winnie the Pooh or just a random bear? There's poo on the floor. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. And I mean, I feel like this, here, look. You guys be mad because this part's supposed to come out anyway. Anybody who's freaking out. Just this is collage fodder because of the coloration and stuff. No, that's a creepy photo of that baby. Oh my gosh, my grandma had some candles like that. 1967. I love all the horses that they tend to have in their stuff. Horse-drawn. Man, the snow's really coming down right now. Birch trees or aspen. I can't tell them apart. Trees. Right. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I mean, but like this, I literally could take this part and then these could put that on a journal page. That'd be awesome on the front of a journal front door. Send me the creepy photos. Oh, of the creepy dolls. Okay. What is she thinking, Di? Doesn't she know you're on YouTube playing? You're going to have to give me a quick rundown of how to use Restream or whatever so that I can have people come on and we can play together. It seems Asunda doesn't have a limit to how long she can bark, by the way, guys. I apologize. I like that. Is it bad that I would glossed right over baby Jesus? Two kinds of gratitude. The sudden kind we feel for what we take, the larger kind we feel for what we give. It's a good thought this time of year. Asunda. Go feed the kiddo. I have ribs cooking in the oven. They've been in there like 3 hours, so they should be getting good and tender. And then I can add the barbecue sauce. I gave them a good rub before we put them in. So house smells nice. I have coleslaw and baked sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes in the oven with them bacon. So win-win. Gift of the Magi. That is a horrible story. Read it in school, and while I understand the point of it, it's awful. I like that background. Oh, they also had a Norman Rockwell book at the Goodwill, but they wanted more for it, and it was the shiny pages. And since I already had these, I went for this and didn't get that. Look, this one's green for our backgrounds. Yuck. Okay, I'm about to make noise and throw these down. I was afraid I was going to break my drawer if I added any more. Hopefully it will be delicious. It's pork ribs, so, you know, they were... I go to the store and I tend to like, what is on sale? Oh, I forgot to tell you what year this one is. Oh, great. MCXCVI. Anybody know what CVI is? MCMX. Something 474 maybe. Oh, it's 6. XCVI. MCMXCVI. Just making sure I put it in right. So 1996. It's the year I graduated college. More photos than illustrations. What the frickety frack? If you were ever curious how long Asunda could keep that up, we've never seen her actually, if she gets started, never seen her choose to stop. Like, it's literally, somebody has to be sitting with her for her to, once she gets determined that the kids are home and somebody should be with her. Which she could be out with the other dogs, except she eats drywall. Oh. Well, that sucks, Di. I know I sometimes think about like doing craft fairs, and then I think it's just, you know, there could be 100 people there, but if only one of them likes cards or journals or whatever, then I'm SOL. Like, so obviously this one's also pretty, but the older ones are even cooler. Ooh, that's pretty. So I probably won't be doing my Dephemerember prompt, because once I'm done with these magazines, I'm going to go sit with Asunda because there's a chance with the snow that the kids will be even a few more minutes late getting home. So on the days I bring them home, we would have been home by now. But Tom has to pick them up after work, and they're not stuck at school. My shop is 3 blocks from their school. So they walk to the shop and they sit there and they have snacks, and then then Dad picks them up. Except the other night, it was just Isaac. Tom forgot him. So it was like 8 o'clock at night. And I was like, Isaac, have you fed the horses yet? And he wasn't in there. But none of us had noticed because he's a teenager and he comes home and he goes straight in his room and never comes out. So I didn't notice he was missing. And I feel really bad, but Dad's fault, not it. This one looks like a newer one too. That cover's pretty. Yeah, this is not, I mean, there's still stuff I could use. I like that these have numbers on them. Those will be fun. This one will definitely be easier to cut up. Oh, that's pretty. Lemon loaf. I might actually use that recipe. My husband's grandfather, Papa Bob, loves lemon loaf. So that's cool. I have almost all your stuff together, by the way, Debbie. Some envelopes and some book pages and whatnot for you to start junk journaling because, you know, one of us. That's pretty. Also pretty. Is it bad to think we need to feed Ideals magazines to the AI so they can make stuff this kind of... This is obviously a slightly newer one as well. Volume number 57. How does this one not have a... It is a division of... November MM. Is that 2000? Yep, 2000. So this is from 2000. Look at me learning things. Which seems like that's not that old, but it's freaking 25. So we had a wagon like this that we had out in front of our house. It had higher sides, but like that out in front of our house for years. And I used to play on it when I was a kid. Oh, a star and snickerdoodles. Snickerdoodles are my favorite Christmas cookie, even though it's not technically a Christmas cookie. And I only make them at Christmas time so that I don't weigh 7,000 pounds. Looks like this is supposed to be a Boston Terrier, which is one of the few actual American breeds of dogs. Orange Kitty. So I would say the new ones are pretty, but definitely would be easier to cut up for me then. Hi, Brenda. What are you getting set